Pirates of the Caribbean. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Weekday 1-Up. Today we're going to talk about something that I'm really excited to talk about.
Oh, we could have got the pirate sword.
Hey, I'm still over there. I can grab it. You intro.
Alright, so today, we're talking about one of...
Well, hold on, not yet.
Oh, so yeah, today, we're going to tell you something real quick. This weekend, we're going to Anime Midwest. In fact, we're there right now. We're at the hotel right now. You're watching us, but we're actually in Chicago right now. It's like a paradox. So... on Saturday night, if you're watching this and you're at Anime Midwest, we're going to have a Kigurumi party. If you don't know what
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock? 9 o'clock? I thought it was 10 for some reason.
That's the panel the next day.
That's what it is. But we're having a Kigu party in the basement level to the left. So
9
down
p.m.
into the left. At 9 p.m. And if you don't know, you don't have to show up in Kigurumi. If you don't know what a Kigurumi is, it's like a onesie pajama thing. You don't have to show up in Kigurumi. But that's what the party is, you know, so do what you want. But it's also just come hang out with us. We're going to play Cards Against Humanity. We're going to chill. We may do a Weekday one up there. We're not sure.
We'll see how it goes.
You let me take the reins, and now I'm all, like, nervous.
What's the next thing?
The next thing is that Sunday morning, we're going to have a panel, a convention reviews panel about this guy's channel.
But we're all on it. Yeah,
it's going to be me, him, and Drew. Nate can't be there. He work reasons and stuff. But we're all going. And it's going to be fun times.
10 a.m. Sunday.
If you have any questions, feel free to come. It does suck that they're premiering an English dub of a Ghibli movie at the same time. But you know what? Good for that movie.
Dragon Ball also starts that day.
Dang.
Anyway...
Here. On God! I would have laughed so hard if you're like, aha, and then poked your camera lens.
Pirates of the Caribbean, guys.
That's my favorite sword. Can I see it?
It is?
That's my favorite sword you own.
I should show my sword collection on here at some point.
Yeah, you should.
I did a video for it on my other channel, but...
You did a couple. And then people were like, update, and then you couldn't.
Because I've not bought any.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, Pirates of the Caribbean. This is something that I'm actually surprised we've not ever talked about before.
Smack. Sorry. Oh. I was trying to put it up.
I was making sure you had it going in the right way. It doesn't go in all the way. It's cheap. But Pirates of the Caribbean is my overall favorite movie franchise on Earth. Did you know that?
I think I did.
Yeah, it's my number one movie franchise. My favorite movie, even though I've not watched it in a long time, but I think overall best movie ever made is Avatar. Kind of a cop-out answer, but it's that good. But my favorite movie franchise is Pirates of the Caribbean. I think it is phenomenal, and on top of it, if you guys haven't learned already, I freaking love pirates. Like, everything pirates. Some people love gangsters. Some people love cowboys. I love pirates. That's my thing. One Piece.
And which shocks me that you have not beaten Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Or
yet.
watched Black Sails.
Yeah. Black Sails
really
is
good. Is it right up my alley?
It's right up your alley. It's shorter than Game of Thrones. It's only 8 episode seasons.
Is it Game of Thrones for pirates?
Pretty much.
Oh, I should watch it.
Not as magic-y. It's more realistic.
That's good.
But
I love Pirates of the Caribbean. When I was a kid, I watched the first one on TV. I didn't even see it in theaters. I think I was too young when it came out. My parents were like, oh, that's probably too mature for him.
I saw it all in theaters.
My parents were actually, if you believe it or not, because you wouldn't guess knowing them now, they were really protective with movies. Like, they didn't want me to see things that were out of my age range.
See, for me, it was, my parents were the same way, but they saw the Disney label.
Oh.
And they're like, all right.
My parents didn't know what any of that meant. They had no idea.
Like, they didn't care that it was a PG-13 movie.
So let's just go down the list. What do you think about the first movie?
First movie is a classic.
Classic.
Absolute classic. Whoa.
It's just the Wii U does that. Don't look at it.
It's
Just click close on the screen.
Which one's close?
The one that says close.
This one.
We gotta talk, man.
Sorry.
Go.
So, it's got far. It's got about.
You literally said nothing.
I'm
yet.
stuttering. It's got about as close to the perfect plot of the movies, in my opinion. Like, it's the one that has, in my opinion, the most solid plot. Not saying the other plots are bad by any means. It's just I think it has the most like well structured plot wise. But I don't really care about that much. It introduces you to hands down top 10 best characters of all time.
Johnny Depp's best character.
I think that's debatable. I would agree. I would agree,
Okay.
but it's debatable. Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow, I should say.
Captain Jack
Oh,
Sparrow.
they have Pirates of the Caribbean snapbacks.
I literally thought that when we were starting this.
I was
Have you played Pirates or Lego Pirates?
No, is it fun?
I love that game. And Pirates Online, I love that game. And I'm probably gonna play Rare's pirate game.
But you still haven't beaten Black Flag though. That is like the pirate game.
But Barbossa.
That's one of the coolest villains in anything.
Yeah, I love Barbossa.
Jeffrey Rush's performance in that character, he just has, you can tell he has, the whole cast.
They have a great time.
You just tell they're having a ball with that entire, like,
franchise.
Throughout the series.
I think the first one's good for sure. But I also think it's, I don't know.
It's the most simple.
Yeah, definitely the most
simple, and that's why I think a lot of people like it the best, because a lot of people think it's the best one. Like a ton of people think.
But that's also because everybody thinks that sequels are worse always, no matter what.
Yeah,
which is not true. Second movie. I want to talk about the second movie. You talked all about the first one. Second movie is a movie with no final act. Its final act is the third movie. The second movie is a great movie, and when I saw the second movie, I said, best movie I've ever seen.
It was good.
That's what I said when I saw it in theaters, which I think will hold true until you see the third movie. Because all the second movie does is build into the third one.
Man, I'm going to watch Pirates now.
Dude, I might watch them all again. Should we do that, like, together?
Today?
Not today. I thought you said you were busy today.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Like as a group. Me, you, Nate, and Drew.
Hell yeah, dude.
I was going to watch them all before the fifth one anyway.
Do it Tuesday after the podcast.
Maybe.
Not Tuesday, I guess. I'm going on Tuesday, yeah.
Well, we'll do it sometime.
We'll do it sometime.
Maybe we should just watch them alone. But Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Dead Man's Chest. That is a great movie. I think it's amazing. That's where they finally started to really go and start experimenting more with more stuff and like go deeper into pirate mythology, which is really cool.
They introduced, in my opinion, one of the scariest villains in all of cinema. I think Davy Jones is a scary freaking villain. Like, just because that first line, when you don't even see him and all you see is him get down and blow smoke, and Bill Nighy, the guy who plays him, just goes, "Do you fear death?"
I need to rewatch.
And you're just like, "Oh my god, who is this tentacled mother?" Oh.
Then the third movie comes out, which is At World's End. Which, in my opinion, is one of the top 5 best movies ever. And this is my opinion, of course.
Yeah.
Most people would not agree with me on that, but I think it's one of the top 5 best movies ever made. It is so good. Like, the effects hold up great today. There's so much is happening in that movie. Like, I just can't even.
Like, that's a movie that's gonna. All these movies are gonna like stand out and stick and be like, what's the word? They're still going to hold up in 10, 15, 20 years, like Jurassic Park does.
Stand the test of time.
They're going to stand the test of time.
Yeah. And they're great.
The
third one is just amazing. And when I found out that originally they weren't going to make any more after the third one, I was like, but why? Like, you just had Elizabeth became King of the Pirates, Queen, whatever. Will became...
Spoilers.
This movie is old, guys. If you've not seen it. Will became Davy Jones, basically. And, like, I don't know. It was just... It felt like they were building something else could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But...
A lot of people don't like that particular movie. Like, especially, like, I heard from Nostalgia Critic. The reason he doesn't like it is because he said the trailers made it look amazing.
It is amazing.
Well, I mean, I'm quoting, paraphrasing.
Okay.
So the trailers made it look like there's going to be this all-out war between all the pirates, introducing all these characters, and there's going to be some giant sea battle, and then his big complaint was at the very end, it was just 2 pirate ships going around in a whirlpool.
But it was epic.
It was awesome. Yeah.
And it was what? The Black Pearl and
The Black Pearl and the Flying Dutchman.
What other 2 pirate ships would you want to go around in a circle?
I do think it would have been cool to see more of the other pirates that they introduced fighting. But it was cool to end when you see them like, yeah!
I just freaking love that movie all around. Like, every scene of that movie. Look, when it starts out, when they first show Jack. Like, and he's with the little rock clam thing.
You just see his nostril looking for a peanut.
Yeah, when they first show that, that's awesome. When the freaking world goes upside down, that's awesome. Like, when they go to get Jack. When they're in... Well, I don't even remember the name of the town.
Davy Jones' Locker.
No.
Oh, the Singapore?
Yeah, when they're in Singapore. That whole scene, I think, is awesome. The beginning with the... people hanging and singing the song.
Oh my god!
Like there's so much, and when Will and Elizabeth get married, that's the best wedding in a movie ever.
My cousin's boyfriend is in a metal band, and I made them a track. I had a whole thing, but they cut out part of it because it was long. But they actually, to this day, use the CD that I gave them because they call themselves the Pirates of the Road because Bruce is a descendant of pirates. And they come out with that. Yo ho, like blackout and all the lights, and then they come out, and it's just, oh man, giving me chills every time.
Also, you guys might think I'm crazy, but of any movie theme, he's a pirate gets me more pumped.
Is that?
Yeah, that's what it's called. It gets me more pumped.
Hans Zimmer's got it going on. Like him and John Williams are my 2 favorite like composers for movies.
Like I think the best themes that really make you just go in movies are. Which this could be a whole episode, but I think it's...
Do you want to do this in an episode? Let's do an episode about this.
I don't think it's going to last that long, actually.
Oh, it would last longer than you think.
Fine, we'll write it down. But I think Pirates of the Caribbean one is the one that gets me the most pumped. But we got to talk about... We still got 2 more movies to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 4... Episode, it's not Star Wars. The 4th movie, which is...
On Stranger Tides.
It is definitely, on Stranger Tides, the most controversial of all the movies. You either love it or you hate it. No, not love it or hate it. You either really hate it... Or
here for me it's you either absolutely hate, it's 3 options. You absolutely hate it, you really really love it, or you're just very very indifferent about it.
Those are like the only options though.
Well,
I really really love it. I'm on that side, but I do understand why people don't like it.
I'm actually in between indifferent and love it.
Let me just say I want to start off with the problems with that movie. The biggest problem with the entire movie, this is, I think, the most obvious thing in the world. There is no Black Pearl or crew.
Not at all.
They're not in it, and that is aggravating as can be. The only other crew member that's in it is... Barus is in it, but he's not a crew member. What's his face? The like, right-hand man.
Yeah, Mr. Gibbs.
Yeah, he's the only other crew member that's in it, and I feel like the directors must have forgotten that the Black Pearl is such a big deal and that the rest of the crew is just as... I'm not going to say they're just as important as Jack individually, but together, I think, as a crew together, they become just as important as Jack is himself. Like, and without them, it sucked.
Mm-hmm. But, do we want to get to the good stuff? Which
I think there's a lot of good.
There's a lot of good. Well, for me, one of the bad things was I know you'll disagree, but I feel like they could have done more with Blackbeard than what they did.
I actually do agree with
like
that.
They could. I feel like they played him up to be the pirate all pirates fear, but I don't know. I just didn't like. Ian McShane was a perfect cast for that. Like he was Blackbeard, like that. He was. Ian McShane's just a good actor, but I don't know. Just he wasn't that scary to me. Like he wasn't like.
I agree. I also didn't like that...
his whole, like, power spoilers that he had.
I also didn't like that Will and Elizabeth weren't in it, which everybody says. But I also... Though I didn't like that... I won't say I didn't like it. I would have preferred them to be in it. I don't think... I think some people take it too far. People say that they should have been in the movie. They needed to be in it. I think it was fine without them. Is what I'm trying to say. Like they didn't need to be in there.
Because even if the movie takes place like 5 or 6 years after the third movie, and it shows Elizabeth 10 years at the secret ending of the third movie with spoilers, with her and Will's kid waiting for him to spoilers come back on the Flying Dutchman because he's now the thing and he can only set foot on land for one day every 10 years.
Yeah, and. I don't know. That movie's good. I love the ending, like the end final, like big scene of the movie.
Yeah, the end scene is cool.
And I love the build up. I love everything with the mermaids. I thought it was awesome to bring mermaids in there. I like the guy who falls in love with the mermaid. I thought he was really cool. I'm really mad that spoilers, because maybe you haven't seen the fourth one. He's not going to be in any future movies because of stuff that happens.
Do we know though? Maybe they'll incorporate it.
Maybe he turns into a merman.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Is he going to be a siren now, luring women?
I thought that I really thought and you might not agree with me, but seeing it in theaters at least the first time, I saw this movie twice in theaters.
I think I saw it with you. I did see it with you once.
I think that's the second time I saw it. I think the first time I saw it was just with Chris.
Yeah.
But the first scene where they go to the mermaid area and they're out over the water, and then when the mermaids first start coming up, I think it's one of the scariest scenes in any of the Pirates movies.
It's a pretty freaky scene because, and I like what they did with mermaid, because in mermaid lore, mermaids like aren't the Little Mermaid. They aren't. They aren't.
They're gonna kill you.
A part of your world. They're sirens. They're there to lure you and eat you. Yeah. And I like that they did that. Like that makes it scary because they're beautiful.
They are.
They're beautiful, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in love. And then you get down under the water, and they're like, JK.
So I really like that movie. I think that people give it too much hate. I think obviously it's not as good as.
I would say for me, doesn't mean it's bad, but I'd say it's the worst one.
I think it's the second worst movie.
You think the first is the worst?
No, I think the second movie is the worst.
Really?
Because I think the second movie, like I said earlier, is great if there's no third movie.
True.
The second movie, once you've seen the third movie, the second movie is literally just build up, guys. Like there's awesome stuff that happens, but there is no end. There's no final act, and it's like you just get left hanging.
But that cliffhanger at the end.
I agree.
That was one of the first times I saw a movie as a kid, and my mind was
Me too.
blown.
Me too. That's what got me the first time. But you know it's coming the next time you watch it.
If you don't know, in the movie, you hear Tia Dalma be like, she's like, if you want to get Jack back, you're going to, I can't do the voice, you're going to need a man who knows how to sail. And then you hear, like, douche coming down some steps, and you look over, and then they pan over, and it's Barbossa, and he goes, so, what's become of my ship? And bites into an apple. And then it ends, and you're like, what?
Well, don't forget the other cliffhanger. Jack dies.
Oh, yeah, Jack dies.
Yeah, but that was the one that really
That was the one that blew my mind.
But Jack dying also was like, what the F? What do we do now? So, if you've not seen Pirates of the Caribbean, we just spoiled a lot of it for you, but you should. It's one of those movie series that's going to go down in history, I think. But we're not going to get to the question of the day today.
Sorry guys.
We talked too long, but we need to talk about predictions for Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
I think he's going to get the pearl back.
He got it back in the fourth one.
He got it back, but he's going to get it out of the bottle.
Yeah, he should.
He's going to get it out of
It's a mistake to not have the pearl back in the movie.
I feel like it'll probably be a point. It's not going to be back immediately. It's going to be him, like, he's been doing trials or whatever, and then and then it's going to come back. And then that'll set up into, like, something.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea what it's going to be about. My hopes for it, though, are that I know Orlando Bloom was talking about coming back. I don't know if that's official.
I would love him to come back and help, like, Jack in, like, a pirate battle on the Flying Dutchman with all the crew.
That's why I want him back, is because now he owns the Flying Dutchman. Like, his power is insane now. I would love to see that.
Like, he could have beaten Blackbeard, no problem.
But I want more Jack and Barbossa together. They're the best team, for sure.
I love Jack and Barbossa.
That's the other reason the fourth one was great. There wasn't another movie where they worked together as well as in the fourth one. But
because they had to work together.
And I want to see more pirate lore explored that has not been explored yet. Like, go deeper in. Like, I don't know to what. And I'd love to see other new like bring in like some new big characters. Like Blackbeard, like you were saying earlier, I think was a good try, but I think it didn't really work as well as what they wanted. I want more characters that are as vibrant as Barbossa and Will. Like,
I think if they're gonna do more real power, I don't think they could, because when they talk about Blackbeard had already supposedly been offed. Like if you don't know, in history, Blackbeard gets his head cut off, like in a pirate battle. And in actual history, it'd be cool if they got another like real pirate. Like
Kid.
I don't think Kid was real because I looked her up.
No, he is real. I'm talking about the real one, not the one from Assassin's Creed.
Oh, who's the one? They're one of the main characters, Charles Vane. Charles Vane. If they could somehow work Charles Vane, because he actually is almost scarier than Blackbeard, at least in Black Sails. Like because he was insane.
The one I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure is William Kidd, I think, or I'm gonna have to look it up. But they're like considered to be like the king of the pirates by the end of the pirate era.
Mm-hmm. Charles Vane, though, he goes crazy and yeah, you should watch Black Sails, dude.
Yeah, William Kidd. Anyway,
so that's our show. What do you think about Pirates of the Caribbean? Do you like it? We do.
We love Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm honestly sick and tired of people saying, they shouldn't make another one. They just need to end that series already. Because you know what? The series is great. And if you don't want to watch it, then don't watch it. But those people who do want to watch it are going to continue to, and we're going to love it. Because it's great. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Oh, you forgot some things.
I didn't forget anything. I was getting to some stuff.
Oh, well, you said thanks for watching like you were about to end it.
Oh, no. Thanks for watching. You can follow us at right here, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Boom, boom.
Biggity boom.
And I'm going to be watching, I think I'm going to watch Pirates of the Caribbean today.
I might do that when I get
I really think I'm going to.
I don't have plans for my plans don't start for another couple of hours.
How long are they? You think I can get through all of them? No, I can't get through
Each
all of
one's
them
about 2 hours. You could watch the first one for sure.
Oh, without a doubt.
Maybe the first two.
Maybe the first two, and then the next two tomorrow. Okay, and also, when you share this, hashtag WD1UP. That would be awesome. You guys are awesome. When you share it anywhere, it doesn't matter. Anywhere the hashtags are used, hashtag it. Even do it on Snapchat to be ironic. Because I do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to watch yesterday's video, click right here in the center of the screen.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And read the description to find our other channels, plus our Twitch and more.
He said it was just okay. Nice, bro.
Sometimes you should keep that in.
He watches every episode.
Love you, buddy.
Oh.